Hey everyone, Ace Maven here with a Vox Machina tutorial on piloting the Catalyst. The Catalyst is a mid-weight grinder. It has a small weapon mount on one arm, a fixed weapon mount in its chest, and a large weapon mount on the other arm. And I'm going to show you the heat and fuel on this and a few tips and tricks for piloting it. So the Catalyst is a pretty good all-arounder in terms of grinders. Now it doesn't have a ton of armor plating, but it moves a little faster than the Dredge. It has that large weapon mount, small weapon mount, and a fixed weapon mount, which gives you a bit of versatility in how you want to play it. Some folks might play with a railgun, some with lasers. I like to play with lasers and a skyjacker. I like to play with lasers and a skyjacker so I can sort of suppress fire, but then if someone gets really close, I just unload my fire hoses on them. And one of the nice things about the Catalyst is its heat dissipation is pretty quick. It's one of the fastest ones in the game, and for that reason you can really fire these lasers almost continuously, and it takes a lot to really overheat. So the Catalyst is great for heat dissipation. Fuel recharge is not too horrible, although actually jumping around and everything is not very fast. So it's almost sort of more of a dodge or evasion rather than sort of any sort of strategic jumping in and out. But the regeneration is not horrible, except it doesn't have a really large tank. So I mean, you're burning a good bit of fuel just to get around, only because it's not a really large tank, and it only recharges at sort of a medium pace. So you do have to kind of keep your eyes on your fuel as well. And remember, it's not as heavily armored as a Dredge, so it's not necessarily advisable to just go, jumping into the complete thick of things. You may want to have a little more space between you and the enemy in terms of how you want to pilot this thing. And there's not too much more to say about the Catalyst. Again, you could play it sort of as a mid-range fighter, maybe as a long-range support. I like to suppress, when we're playing with actual players, I like to suppress them with skyjackers or shoot down their hammers. But you can play it in a variety of ways. It just kind of depends. But remember, the jets are not super fast, the armor's not super great, but some of its real abilities lie in heat dissipation and generally having enough fuel to get around. And that is the Catalyst.